What's going on? It's your girl, Julle Renee. You have just tuned into the Jewel Box, brought to you by WDRB Media, the voice of the community. How's everyone doing this evening? How's your month been? How was October for you? And we're looking at going into Thanksgiving and Christmas already. The year is just going by so fast. I mean, you blink your eyes and it's over. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and man, I was so busy that I didn't even get to decorate. I didn't get to decorate. I didn't get to buy any candy for the trick-or-treaters. It rained. Years going by so fast. I just said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead. And I actually went the day after Halloween and just bought some Christmas stuff and went ahead and put it up. It's like, on one hand, it's like a lot of times kind of get irritated with seeing holiday stuff and decorations out in the store for sale way before 2-3 months before the holiday even hits. But this time it's just like, if I don't do it now, if I don't do it now, I'll probably miss it. So let me go ahead and throw this up right quick, so that way when I blink and it's Christmas, I already have some Christmas decorations up. I am gonna get a tree. I didn't get a tree last year. Last year it was so much going on. I was just like, you know what? I'm not even doing this tree and wrapping all these presents. I'm just gonna hand people their presents. I might just hand you some money to go buy your own present. With the tree, it's nice to have up and everything, but then you got to take it down, and you got all this wrapping paper, and you got, you buy tape and bows, and it's like, I'm spending money on all of this stuff, and I'm just gonna throw it in the trash, and then I gotta, then I have to take the trash out. It's just more work, so I didn't do it. But this year, I am gonna get a tree. I remember seeing people buying black trees, and I just thought it looked so beautiful with the contrast of the black, and then all of the different colors up against that black background of the tree. So I'm gonna try to probably get a black tree. If I can't find one, maybe I'll get a artificial one and then spray paint it black or something like that. I don't know. So before I get into the share this evening, I just want to let you all know where you can find me and connect with me. You can go to a one-stop shop for me. That's julleart.com, JULLEART.com, all together, one word. And there you'll find links to how you can email me if you need to, if you want to reach out for a business branding, if you need graphic design work done for your business cards, your street and road signs, your door signs, artwork, that is specific to what you do in your business, put up on the inside of your establishment. We do free advertising. If you want to reach out to me about that, you want to come on the show and talk about your business or your services, or if you're an independent artist and you want to have your music played and you want to come on and talk about that. Let's see, what other jewels do we have in the jewel box. You can actually, there's links to some of my music. I'm a songwriter as well, so you can check that out. All of my social media links are there, so you can follow me. I have an events page as well that was just added on, so you can go to the events page and see what events that I'm going to be either participating in, performing in, hosting, or attending. I post all of those on that events page. If you're looking for a nice venue to host your own medium to small event, I can help you with that with the best prices. And while I'm talking about the best prices, I want to give a shout out to our proud sponsor, Bombazi CBD, located right on 4401 East Independence Boulevard in the black building. I think it's called Independence Plaza. That sits on right off the highway, right before you get to Rooms to Go. All their products are safe, non-psychoactive, made right here in the USA, and lab tested. And now, you guys, if you are going through any types of pain and aches in your body, if you have stiff muscles and joints, if you are having issues with getting to sleep, if you have skin problems such as eczema and acne, it helps with symptoms from cancer treatment. It helps with menopause symptoms, What else? The list just goes on and on. If you suffer from anxiety and stress or depression, it helps with people who are trying to stop smoking cigarettes. I mean, it's just so much that CBD does. And to know a place where, that is actually provided for you at the lowest prices that I've seen, and products that actually work. I'll tell you a little story. I was in a very, very bad car accident right before Christmas last year, actually. I was in my SUV, and the impact was so destructive that my car was totaled. And I was probably lucky that I was in a bigger, more sturdier vehicle, because it could have been a lot worse. But I did incur a lot of aches and pains, and some injuries from that accident that I'm still dealing with now. Bombazi CBD has created a pain spray that smells amazing, just to add to that. But what this does is, as soon as you apply this spray to the area where you are having pain or issues, you feel an instant relief. For someone like me who had been feeling pain in different areas for so long, you almost kind of start to get used to it and feel like, okay, well, this is how life is going to be. When I applied this pain spray, I mean, I was just blown away, because I could not believe that it just felt better, and I hadn't felt better in so long. So it really works. It's made with all natural ingredients. So yeah, if you're in need of anything like that, you can do your own research and see all the things that CBD provides relief for. And it's just great to be able to find something that does so much that's natural, that actually won't harm you when those products are created properly. They do have a website. It's bombazcbd.com, and that's BOMBAHZ as in zebra EE. .com, and you can purchase your items there. You'll find information, to where they're located if you want to visit the store in person. I love to share whenever I find a product or a service that actually works, that the money that you put into it actually is worthy of the service of the product that you get. If I go to a restaurant and the service is amazing, I always try to share it, because people need to know about that. So often we always talk about what doesn't work and where not to go and what not to do. People need to know where to go and what to do, sometimes. And I'll always share with you guys if I come across things like that you can really use. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a page to my website that gives you direct links to these places and services and products that are great, that I feel great. Maybe I'll give them a rating, a 5 Julle rating instead of 5 stars. I'll give them 5 Julles. All right, you guys, if you just tuned in, you're listening to The Julle Box. I'm your host, Julle Renee. And remember, you can always connect with me through my website, julleart.com, JULLEART.com. So the message that I want to share with you tonight is based on something that I've seen a lot of people going through, including myself lately, with even in 2018 up to 2019, maybe even longer than that. It just seems like people have been becoming more and more overwhelmed, more and more stressed, especially if you are an entrepreneur or you are a new business owner, you're just going into business for yourself. It can be very difficult, getting things together, figuring out how to make your business a success, how to make it grow. And on top of that, still, handling your personal life, taking care of yourself, taking care of your children, your significant others, and your family members, and paying the bills, and making sure that things stay afloat, It can be very tricky. It can cause you to worry. It can cause you to be stressed out. You can feel overwhelmed at times at the amount of workload that you have to do, and you feel like, sometimes working for yourself, you work extra hard, way more hard than you would if you were working for someone else in some instances. But at the same time, to be able to lead your own life and to control that part of your life is also a blessing. So you don't want to give up. You want to figure out how to make things work. And a lot of times you may not have partners and a team behind you. or the security of a loan, or, money stacked up so that you can just focus on the business. A couple of weeks ago, I found myself at that point. It wasn't at necessarily a breaking point, but it was at a point where I just felt like, you ever heard someone say, I'm up to my eyeballs in whatever? I've heard someone say that before, and I understood it, as a concept, but to actually experience feeling like you are in a tube big enough for your body to be in, and someone is just pouring water in it, and the water comes all the way up to your eyeballs, and you're like, what do I do? How do I can't breathe. I almost can't see. Life can be that way sometimes, especially when you are very busy. And I was there at a point where I had so much to do that I didn't even know where to start. Having a to-do list didn't help because I didn't have time to look at it. If I had time to look at it, I probably couldn't organize it, because to me, everything on the list is a priority. Everything is connected. So I've got all these responsibilities. And on top of that, I still need to wash clothes. I still need to do the dishes. I still have to fix dinner. I still have to prepare lunch for my son for school tomorrow. I got to be here at this meeting. I got to be available for this call. I got to be over here at a certain time to open up the shop. I got to send off this design. I got to go by this venue and check this out. I got to call the doctor. It was just like, WTF. When is the break coming? What dimension is this? Well, the break came, but in a very unexpected way for me. One day I just woke up and I was just like, I can't. I can't. I can't even see what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I don't have the energy, and I couldn't fathom taking on one more responsibility right now. So right now what I'm going to do is take a break. And I took that break. I even walked slow, the whole day, just took my time that whole day. I took myself to the park, and it was a beautiful warm day. And I took a walk and observed, everything that I passed in nature, the trees, the water, the children playing. I went and found a nice little bench that was kind of facing the water, where I could see and hear the water. And, as I sat there quietly, not thinking about any of those responsibilities, just for that time, I began to look down at the ground, and I saw grass. And I started to look at the different shapes of the blades of grass, and how some were uniformed and some were long and skinny and sticked out, and how there were patches in the grass, and in the patches there was brown colors and red colors and green colors and dark green colors and rocks and bugs. And I just started to observe every detail of that one spot that I was looking at. And then I just felt this amazing feeling of, relief, of the feeling you get when you take a deep, 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 deep breath, and then you breathe all the way out, And it came to me then that what I needed was not just that break, not just that step out into nature, but to focus, to just focus. You guys, you cannot focus on more than one thing at a time and actually get it done without mistakes. In this American culture, it forces us to multitask. And so you almost become an expert of not being an expert at anything, because you're doing so many different things at one time. You don't even have time to put in the practice and the preparation and just kind of marinate in one thing, because you got so many different responsibilities and you got so many other things that you need to do. So what you can do, if you can't say, okay, everything else is dead and I'm doing this one thing, in a perfect world maybe, but what you can do is practice focusing on one thing at a time. When you are doing one thing, do that one thing. Be in the moment of that one thing. Give that one thing your undivided attention for the time that you are dealing with that one subject. Take a moment or an hour or a few to yourself, for yourself, to think about nothing and to just focus on one thing and observe it. It just helped me so much in just saying, okay, I can take that and I can use that towards my life. When I'm doing this one thing, that's all I'm going to be focused on. If I have to have me a timer or something like that to know when I need to stop and start working on something else, that's fine. But for the period of time that I'm working on this, I'm not checking no emails. I'm not thinking about what needs to be done next. I'm not thinking about the phone trying to ring or somebody trying to text. I'm focused on this one thing, and everything has to wait until I'm done with it. Okay, so that's what I have for you this evening. You've been listening to the Jewel Box, brought to you by WDRB Media. I'm your host, Julle Renee. We have to go for now, but I will be back next Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be sure to tune in. I'll be back dropping jewels on you like I always do. For now, I will say good night, and remember that key word, focus.